We show you how to visit Sukhothai in 2 days, the major sites, and what to look for when you're there, from the best way to cycle the park to where to stop for lunch. We've got you covered. These are the ancient cities of central Thailand. This is Trailblazing Adventures. We arrive in Sukhothai in the early afternoon and start in the central zone, which is the easiest area to explore on foot and gives the best introduction to Sukhothai style and scale. Wat Mahathat is one of the most recognizable sites in Sukhothai, a complex that brings together everything the city is known for: the lotus-bud stupas, stylized Buddhas, reliefs, and mandapas. You are immediately met by a monumental seated Buddha, framed by rows of columns, the remains of the former Viharan still standing. Behind, it rises the lotus-bud stupa, the form most closely associated with Sukhothai architecture, tall, elegant, and vertical. Its shape you'll see repeated across the Old Kingdom. Around the main stupa are mandapas sheltering 2 standing Buddhas. One stands with both arms resting straight at the sides. The other in the Abhaya Mudra. Have no fear. When entering Wat Sa Si, don't miss the walking Buddha, elegant, elongated, and deliberately gentleless. The body is slightly arched, one foot stepping forward, the robe clinging to the form. This movement, prana or sacred breath, is a defining feature of Sukhothai sculpture. We cross the wooden bridge and stop on the far side of the pond. From here, you can mindfully observe the sky changing colors and the bell-shaped stupa reflecting on the pond. We finish the day walking through Wat Traphang Ngoen, the bridge lit by lanterns and reflected on the pond. Just across the water, the weekend market is in full swing. We stop for street food and go to rest to build up energy for our big Viking day tomorrow. On day 2, we start at Wat Mahathat to see it again on the early morning, before the crowds arrive. From there, we cycle west, then continue north, loop east, and return to the central zone for a different sunset. We leave Mahathat and head west, crossing the old city walls at the Ore Gate. If you don't want a scenery to distract you from the route, like it did to us, set your Google Maps direction to full volume. We didn't mind the detour that much, as biking through the rice paddies and farmland is always joy. Our first stop is Wat Mangkon, part of the former forest monastery area. One quick warning: if you're cycling out here, some of the tiles get slick. As I was saying, on the way west, you'll come across smaller stops like Wat Chedi and Ngam. Easy to miss, but worth the short climb.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Very good.
Next, we climb the uneven stone steps up to Wat Saphan Hin.
Chi vuole, chi non vuole può rimanere.
Il che vuole vuole, che non vuole non vuole.
At the top stands a monumental Sukhothai style Buddha. This is what I love about Sukhothai art. Something so majestic, but yet with a restraint of form that keeps the focus on the essential. Have no fear. After Wat Saphan Hin, you start to run out of adjectives. We call the Buddha on the hill monumental. But if there's one place that leaves a lasting impression, it is Wat Si Chum. The seated Buddha here doesn't overwhelm through height or distance. Though it is majestic, it's the presence, enclosed within the mandapa, revealed gradually as you approach. It creates a sense of calm, something steady and universal. Its serenity and its gentle, compassionate expression, sometimes known as the smile of Sukhothai, stays with you long after you leave. But Sukhothai still has more to offer. Wat Traphang Ngoen take us further back in time. Built in clear Khmer style, its remaining prana and laterite structures predate the Sukhothai kingdom. For lunch, we avoid the places where bus loads stop for made-for-tourist versions of local food. Instead, we look for the real thing, where locals actually eat. Simple kitchens, fresh ingredients, and recipes passed through generations. This was one of those spots. An auntie cooking Sukhothai noodles the traditional way and delivers a perfect bowl full of taste and aromas of fresh herbs. If you want to try it, the link is in the description. After lunch, we get back on the bike and continue east to Wat Chang Lom. Chang means elephant in Thai, and the Chedi is encircled by 36 sculpted elephants that appear to support the structure. Back in the central zone, we stop at Wat Traphang Ngoen, home to one of the park's most elegant lotus-bud stupas, and one more prana-filled walking Buddha. Just nearby is Wat Si Sawai, a Khmer Hindu temple that predates Sukhothai. The three prangs reflect Angkor influence. And we finish right where we started, waiting for sunset at Wat Mahathat, the seated Buddha, now reflected in the pond as the light fades. For me, it was as difficult to say goodbye as it was to stop admiring any of the Buddhas we visited. Check out our other videos on the ancient cities of central Thailand. Subscribe for more Buddhist temples, more Thailand, and more Southeast Asia. Also, check our detailed guide at trailblazingadventures.com, link in the description. And as always, happy travels!